Well, I moved to Birmingham in 1949 when I was 13 years old from Indiana. Didn't know a soul here. We lived a block from the church, and we came the very first Sunday. And after church, the DCE came up to me and my mother and said, introduced herself. It was Eleanor Howard Jones, and she said, "Oh, I'll be glad to pick up Suzanne for youth group." And I thought, there's one place I'm not going to be with a bunch of strange people I don't know, and that's on Sunday night youth group. Well, my mother said she'll be ready. So I came, and I have never regretted it. John and I have been reminiscing about funny things that we remember here, and we've got, each of us has a story to tell you about beepers. These are the kind of beepers that doctors had before we had cell phones. Dr. Walter Kane was a member here, a pediatric surgeon, and he was ushering one day, and this was before we had so much carpet in the sanctuary. And just as he handed the plate to a little old lady in the back, his beeper went off. And she was so shook, she dropped the plate, and the plate rolled on its rim all the way from the back to the front of the church. And John's got a beeper story too.
Okay, the same thing. We had a couple in the choir. One was a physician and one was a dentist, husband and wife. And one of them got beeped out of the choir. You couldn't silence those things. I mean, they went off, and they were as obvious as a cell phone ringing today. Anyway, the husband gets up and sneaks out, goes down through the glory hole and out of the sanctuary. And a few minutes later, the wife's beeper goes off. She has to get up and go down through the glory hole. Turns out she had the car keys. He didn't beep to go to the hospital, but she had the car keys.